Hey there, YouTube. I got a low battery, but today is a good day because you know our brother Leatherman 47. That man just got him a shed. Look at that. Look at that beautiful thing coming in. He got him a whole tiny house. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful, y'all. Beautiful family. I know it's windy. They showed up, popped up out of nowhere. I had to hurry up and run and grab the camera. I ain't had time to hook up the mics. Apologize for the wind. Apologize for the wind. Beautiful thing right here. Sorry about that, family. Had to change the battery again. I don't have my mics. Was in a rush. But let's have a look. That is a nice size shed right there. Already got metal roof. Just got delivered. Little Southwest Homestead, Leatherman 47. Making moves. Look, we already out here. Journey to Homemade. Big bro said, I'm finna get out here too. ASAP. It is fantastic. Beautiful thing. Very beautiful thing. So, anyway, for the details of the shed, if you want an inside tour and all of that good stuff, tune in to Little Southwest Homestead for the details of this big shed delivery. Leatherman 47 and Tinky. Alright, YouTube, we are about to do our first water run. So I'm about to load this bad boy up into the back of the truck and go to a spot I found where I can possibly fill that whole thing up for $1.75. Then we're gonna bring it back, add the water to the RV, and then we're gonna use the rest to water the plants. So that way we get it back to being empty, and then I can remove it from the truck, set it back down. We did order a cover to go over it, because we know you want to either paint it or cover it up so you don't get sun in it, so that you don't do algae. But we're gonna go the cover route. We're not gonna paint it. It's like 25 bucks on Amazon, so that's what we're gonna do. So come with me for our first water run. Let's first figure out how to get this thing in the truck. What? What? What?
Today Thursday, ain't it?
Oh yeah. 10 minutes. Alright, so we're all loaded up. As y'all can see, y'all see how I did it. It's actually pretty light. That's probably overkill, but better safe than sorry. But let's hurry up, because we got a lot of work to do. Some projects we want to continue on. But first, let's go grab some water so we can water all the plants. Alright, so I kind of figured while we on our way, we should have a quick chat. So, this makes I think it's day 6, y'all. I think this makes day 6 off the grid. Testing it out, but it's starting to seem less like a test and more like we gonna stick around. We love it. We love it. It just reminds us of camping. You know, the typical hardships when you're camping, which is when you're getting your bearings, right? Trying to get your bearings, understanding how much electric you use and how much water. So after a good 6 or 7 days or 6 days of really paying attention to that kind of thing, like I said, y'all, the RV and what's going on in the RV with the Starlink hooked up. During the day, we're barely pulling 200 watts, and the solar panel is pulling in 400. And at night, typically when the sun down, we getting ready to go down, right? And by that time, the RV drops to 95 watts. That's it. So my little Pecron E2000 FLP really only depletes till about down to maybe, it varies. The lowest I've seen it go after being on a full charge right before sundown, it got down to like maybe 60%, if that. But when it's a cloudy day like we had yesterday, when we had all that weather, that joint, you know, when I woke up this morning, that thing was at like 6%, but it still hung in there, you know. And then of course we have the generator that we can use whenever times do get that way. What I learned was, as long as you're able to keep the RV battery topped off, not letting it deplete, the RV will not pull more than a couple hundred watts, and that's when you're running stuff in the RV. But without nothing absolutely running, and it's just the battery being kept charged, as well as the refrigerator and things of that nature, it's pulling under 100 watts, the RV. So as long as I don't deplete the RV battery, it's not going to really pull a bunch from the power station. So that's one of the things that I learned from this. Also, the working situation. So y'all, I set my office up in our inflatable tent. Now somebody, of course, advised me against the inflatable tent. And on the contrary, this inflatable tent has been amazing. It's been other tents out there that I'm watching get blown over. When that storm came and that wind got to blowing, my tent was great. It was great. Anybody on my TikTok saw it. You saw when the wind was blowing and it was hailing. My tent was fine. Now, granted, I feel like I can get some better stakes, but what I do is I have it weighted on all 4 corners and the inside. So, you know, I got my 50-pound dumbbells and stuff like that in there because, you know, after I get done doing my morning walk, I get a little workout in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm trying to burn the fat. And with all the stuff that we got going on the land and always being busy, having something to do, it's starting to make it really easy. The wife and the kids love it. I'm going to be honest. Again, since we've been there, we haven't even turned the TV on. I mean, we can, right? Because our TV is a smart TV, of course, and it uses the Starlink, and we can watch all that type of stuff. But we've been watching. Typically, we've been using our tablets, you know, to keep up with the Homestead homies, and you know, watch my brother 7 Sigma Offgrid. Hands on the wheel, buddy. Hands on the wheel. But I'm just saying, y'all, it's for us, we learned that we didn't need as much as people thought to start. So right now, our main focus is really narrowing down with the water. Most of the water that I'm noticing that we're using is really coming more from the dishes than it is anything. Because I learned that we use even less water doing showers. Believe it or not. Like you get wet, turn it off, lather up and all that good stuff. Of course, I am using an environmentally friendly soap. I'll let y'all know what soap it is. I keep forgetting, but it's environmentally friendly. It's basically made out of oils. I forget what the name of this type of soaps is called. I think it starts with a Castile. I forget. But we using those soaps, so the gray water is good to use. We haven't had to empty the black tank yet. Now I've been using my bucket, my composting bucket. It's what I got in my office. So that's what I've been using for my number 2s, because I don't want to use the black tank. But my wife still wants the comfort of the black tanks. And one of the things that I looked into that we're gonna buy is a macerator. We're gonna get a macerator, and then my black tank is 36 gallons, and we're gonna get one of those 39-gallon transfer tanks, and that's what we're gonna get to work with until we finish studying up on how to do our own DIY septic using the IBC totes. So we're still watching videos on that. Want to make sure we get a good understanding of it before we get started. Picking the brains of some of our neighbors about how to go about doing it, because you got some super crazy complex ways, and then you have where the owner of the RV park told me that when he was getting his house built, because he's also not too far from us, but he's on the grid, but when he first bought his 10 acres he wasn't, and they just so happened to have been running electric lines that way, so he really didn't have to pay for that. But when he was living in his RV while his home was getting built, he had one 275-gallon IBC tote, and he said that thing didn't have to get pumped out for like 2 years. And they like a family of like 4 or 5 older kids at that, right? Not like small ones like mine. So that's a possible route to go while saving money until we can get the the real thing, or the big deal. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, we had a pretty rough weather yesterday. Anybody who's seen my TikTok, hailing, severe thunderstorm, because that was my next test. Was like, man, how are we gonna do when this weather comes crashing down? And it was not bad. We held up pretty good. The kids was excited. I thought they'd be afraid, but nope, they was pretty happy. I did have to check the roof for the RV because that hailing was something else. And don't worry, those of you who gave me the advice to get an RV cover, I am going to build one. Thank you to the person who posted the actual parts I need to build one. Like I said, I don't want nothing complicated. I just want a nice lean-to. Don't forget I'm a beginner. So any of you guys, if you know of any good channels to watch or any good tutorials, somewhere that got free plans, if you've done it yourself, put it in the comments. Slap me a link down in the comments. Give me a description. Give me the parts list and all the stuff that I might need to make it happen. Let me know. I'll give it a shot. Right? And once we do, because the RV still be pretty cool, even with the sun beating on it like the way it was. With the windows open and the consistent wind blowing, it's pretty cool. But I know we're going to need the RV cover for more reasons than just the sun. If it keep hailing like that, when monsoon season comes, sheesh, it's going to be rough. And then on top of that, we want to collect more water. Right now I'm collecting off the RV roof. So let me know in the comments. But we almost there. I know I'm talking y'all head off, but I wanted to talk more, do more talking. I know y'all see a lot of the time lapsing and stuff, but I'm gonna chop it up. All that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So and then as far as trash, so the place you go to dump trash closes at 3, and I'm never really able to make it. So what's nice is the RV park that we came from is, and y'all let me know if this is too much, but they allow me to pay $20 a month to use the dumpster. Right now I'm gonna take it until I find better options and better things of that nature. So that's what we're doing concerning trash. Again, nothing difficult because the RV park is only 15-20 minutes away, if that. But I am going to find where the dump station is and compare prices just in case theirs might be cheaper. Now the RV park is allowing me to continue to get mail there, which is wonderful, until I get this address thing sorted out and I'm able to get a P.O. box. But so far, that's how things are going on the land. That's some of the things that we're paying attention to, and how we're working around all of that stuff and dealing with we've been used to not having all the amenities, running water and things of that nature. We start practicing. Let me tell you something. For those of you who are in a house and you haven't moved out yet, but this is something you want to do, start practicing limiting your water use. Start practicing going to bed at sundown, right? Limiting, just rationing out all of your resources. Start practicing, and the good thing is that, you know, if it gets tough, you're able to just continue like normal. But take periods of time where you're practicing so you can get used to it. I said it in one video and I'm gonna say it again. You don't want to wait until you're forced to have to do so to then do it, because then it'll be harder. Start practicing, start getting a taste of it so you can start getting an idea of how you and your family uses utilities and different things of that nature, and water and stuff like that. And save yourself some money on your bills, right? Get a new shower head that has that button. That's the one we got. It has a little button to where as soon as you rinse up, just push the button and it'll hold the water. Get something like that. You know what I mean? But start practicing, start trying it. Listen, I'm not going to get into the financials as of yet. I'm sorry, I saw a nice all-white RV. It's crazy, I'm still looking at RVs. We're not going to get into the financials yet, but we will eventually tell y'all about our expenses and our income and the difference. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going right off the bat, I'm already saving, just living on the land, I'm already saving $3,000 a month, right? I'm just going to put it right there. I'm just going to put that out there. If you can deal with roughing it, rebuilding skills, and you're not a princess, you know what I mean? I'm telling you. And then, too, you get you a nice RV like Offgrid with Rashad did. And he said he ain't had a hot shower in 3 years, but I admire him for the fact that, I know it's hot out here, but the fact that he's been going that long without any of those luxuries. He built some great discipline like that, you know what I mean? So now that when he does have it, he's not taking advantage of it, and if it ever got taken away, he's not going to lose his mind. So, shout out Rashad, Homestead homie. So, y'all, I'm telling you. Next, I need to get some sponsors, y'all. I want to get a new battery for the RV. I want to change my RV battery to lithium. And then, y'all, I also want to get some of those flexible solar panels that I want to put on top of the RV. So I want to get at least between 200 to 400 amp hours of battery for the RV by itself. And then I want to get at least 400 to 600 watts of solar on top of the RV with the flexible panels. Because we are going to begin hitching up and just going to take trips and going places, right? So there's some things I want to do with the RV, but I don't know where to begin, so I don't know whether to check out Redodo. So let me know some places I could probably do a partnership with that'll help. You know, send me the battery, let me do some, let me test it out and try it out, and I'm gonna tell the truth if it works, if it's any good or not. Of course, we still, and then projects. I know y'all, I'm talking a lot, but this ride is a little bit. For projects, we gonna finish the fence. We are going to finish. I know it seems like we jumping around all over the place. It's just so much you want to do, and I admit we got a little distracted, going left, right, left. I agree. Happens to all of us. But we're gonna complete the fence. We plan to jump back on that here very soon, especially since now we got more funds that we can invest into our property, family. So we're gonna try to get that knocked out ASAP. We talked about putting the fence around the RV because we was afraid of the wildlife out there, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Nothing has come to visit us. And we hear coyotes. I like coyotes. I'm going to be straight up. I don't mind coyotes. I like them. I know once you get livestock, they're a headache. But I tell you what, they've been handling them damn jackrabbits that's been eating up my bamboo. But, and then usually you hear them holler, laughing, and giggling. They sound like coyotes. It's so funny. It's so funny. But other than that, they really ain't came really close to the property to bother us, right? But I ain't going to underestimate them, y'all. I'm not. So we definitely going to get the fence up, a couple fences up, right? Of course, the main fence around the property, and then we are going to do a fence around the RV, y'all. I just don't want to keep doing all these ugly temporary stuff. I actually want to plan this stuff out and make it nice. Us not having nothing planned out and just randomly doing stuff frustrates the heck out of my wife, and I get it, because she's one of those, I gotta see it on paper, I need a design. She's a professional organizer, y'all. She has a business called Illinois Organize, or had a business. She hasn't ran it since we, had the babies, and so it really chaps her hide when it feels like things is random because she don't know what's happening or what the plans is. So we get it, ladies. Don't worry, we get it. We have a plan. We just don't always speak. But anyway, let's go ahead and get us this water so we can get back, load up the RV with the water, and water the trees and plants, and try to get some projects done before the sun go down. And who knows, I'm gonna check the website to see if today is a burn day, because if it is, I got a little fire pit that Leatherman 47 kind of made me. We might sit outside with the fire pit and just sit out with the family and just enjoy each other, enjoy the space, and just really appreciate, the blessing that we have. So, but hey, y'all, let's go get our water. Alright guys, I got all about I need. Until I get the cover, I'm not gonna fill this thing all the way to the top, especially if I know I ain't gonna empty and it's gonna be stuck in my truck. So this would be plenty to go into the RV and then water the trees, because we only got a few. That's it. So we're gonna load up and let's get out of here. Alright guys, we made it back, and now we are going to fill the RV. Right, that's where my fresh water go.
It's so interesting. Oh.
Now I'm gonna get ready to put the fresh water in there. So first thing we got to do is get this bad boy back on there. What's the gate? What's up? Yeah. Why? Huh?
No, I'm gonna go in the room and see if I can nurse it.
Oh, go ahead. No. No. On that lonely dirt road. Alright guys. Oh shoot. The mic came out. Alright guys. Here we go. So open that one first. Now let's open our secondary. Boom. And is it coming out? Uh-oh, what'd I do, y'all? Oh, alright, climbed up. Go. All right, so troubleshooting. I think the hose is too long, so I just take one of my other hoses, cut it shorter, so the water has less to travel through and it don't have as much to fight through So now let's see if this works.
The future, man, I'm gonna go directly through it. And then Avis, so I made an account, man. I just found out if I connect my Amazon through my Avis.
So it's all full. You can see it coming out from the overflow here. So fresh tank filled up. It used more than I thought, but it's still enough water here that I can go around and hit some of these plants with it. Go ahead and get it out the way, as they say. But let's check the meter. And it's full. That means folks can get some showers. So now, let's water the plants. Yeah. Alright guys. Let's give these guys some water. Water. Yeah, gravity fed ain't got no pressure. Definitely gonna have to get a 12-volt pump, but this is gonna work for now. I'm just glad I was able to fill the tank on the RV, get it to full. Before, I don't know if y'all seen in the video, but we were using the blue, I believe like 15 or 20 gallon, and then a white 5 gallon. And sitting there trying to hold it up using a what do you call that, funnel, trying to feed that into the RV. Man, my arms and shoulder and back, my neck and my back. So, and that's the wonderful thing about living off grid, is that you have to learn how to improvise, right? I learned that you need to be given situations of problem solving in order to really develop. Think about that. Think about all the great inventors, and anybody who ever did anything amazing is because why? They were trying to solve a problem. If there ain't no problems to solve, you ain't gonna use your noggin, as they say. I'm gonna fill this bucket with a little bit and then use that to dump there. And then there's a tree right here that we're starting to grow some stuff. I could put some water there. And then I definitely want to go around and get a bamboo, a very, very, very good good soak. So we're gonna get those guys. Those guys. Update with the truck since we're in here. So y'all see the check engine light still on. Basically, even though the spark plugs was changed, it's still saying that cylinder 8 misfire. So what that means for me is I'm going to have to change the coil. So that's gonna be next. But I don't know if any of you know, for a truck like this, them dang coils are extraordinarily expensive. So expensive is stupid. But I get it. You know, you got a truck this powerful, it's worth it. You know? So I understand. I ain't mad. Once you get it done, because I was supposed to change them at 100,000 miles, but I think I bought the truck after that. But I will say it lasted longer than that. It lasted till 130. So, next tree. This guy, this is our newest addition. He took it from his other property. I think he's gonna have 3 or 4 more of these coming over. So we're gonna spread them out pretty nice. I see 2 left gloves over there working. Look at this, he did a great job, y'all. Dragging and cleared this whole side. Y'all see his shed over there. It's beautiful, family happy. This is great. They're gonna be over here in no time. We're gonna be living neighbors, living in the same area. This is gonna be wonderful. I'm super happy. Super happy. Watching this come together. Watching it come together. All right, y'all. As y'all can see, it's getting dark. I'm over here at Mr. Bamboo. Let's go ahead and do him. I know it's hard to see, y'all. I got a shop light charging, but I need to go get it. But I want to use the last of this water on this guy because he is starting to come back up. Oh, man. I didn't get it on camera, but Leatherman 47 and I were just discussing future plans concerning lighting and security. That we're not going to put in the video. Just being straight up, y'all. But I'm telling you something, man. When you start to see this thing come together, like, I know it's dark. I highly doubt you all that you'll be able to see any of that. But when you start seeing a plan come together, right? Like before, it looked like that. It was nothing but sage. With our own money, time, our own equipment, vehicles, we cleared out as much as we could clear out. Yes, I know, y'all, dust storms be like crazy right here because of what we did, but we needed to do it for a start. And we have built multiple structures. I know, incomplete. I know, we're going to finish them. And then he just had his structure delivered today, which is looking beautiful over there. I can't wait to see what he does with the inside of that and the design. And, you know, I got my RV and my little tent / office. So now that we're on the land, we should be able to do more, right? And we can do more. And then now that we're here too, and our funds and finances are now, or at least for me, currently my funds and finances are now going specifically toward the property. I'm not paying rent nowhere. Oh, we are going to finish this fence. Okay, we already came up with how we want to complete the fence. We're going to finish up those sheds so we can start catching water. We know monsoon season is around the corner, and the rain that we got, we know it's going to be a lot more. So we definitely want to get the metal for the roofing, and I definitely need to finish mine. My shed is going to be completely enclosed, and I'm going to use the metal roof. I also want to build a kind of like a little outhouse, you know, for bathroom and things like that. Because I do want to have a section or an area for, you know, folks want to camp. And I did consider this, dealing with my neighbor, you know, because he's going to have more courses concerning the adobe roundhouses. And I want to see if I can attend all 3 of them so I can really learn how to do this. And then I'm going to do something like what he did, where, Lord willing, if we're able to acquire some of these other acres near us, I want to be able to create some of those dome houses and you know, Airbnb, to create some passive income. Because his Airbnb, y'all, his Airbnb be booked. That man does not have to work. He already has low expenses. I mean, low expenses. And then Airbnb is taking care of everything else. And he's a vegetarian, you know, he grows his food, catches his rainwater, so he literally does not have a lot of expenses, right? He's not driving a expensive car or any of that kind of stuff. That's the position I want to be in, where you just have no worries, you know, that your 9 to 5 is if something happened to it, like in my case, I work in tech, so if AI decided it wanted to come for my little 9 to 5, I'm okay, you know, I'm okay. So, I know it's dark. I doubt y'all can see me. Let's see if I stand in front of this light here. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna conclude the video here. I just wanted to do a quick video on some of the day-to-day things that we're doing out here, that I do out here. It just happened to be the day where his structure got delivered. So that's gonna be part of the video. But if you want to see the details, I'm talking the tour and all of that other kind of stuff of that structure, you have to go and check out Little Southwest Homestead. I'm not gonna video that and show that, right? It's for him. It's beautiful. I'm happy. You know, and then also don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow our homestead homies. All right, there's many different people that's attacking this type of lifestyle from many different directions and angles. You know what I'm saying? Many different perspectives, from people who got a decent amount of money to those who are really struggling. I ain't gonna say struggling through it, but really plotting and planning through it because they're budgeting their way through. You know, and some who have already been off grid for 3+ years, right? Like Rashad, and then others who are like we are, beginners, you know, just basically feeling their way through, taking advice and different things of that nature, trying to make their forever home and their getaway spot, right? They hit the fan spots, like 7 Sigma Off Grid, right? Who their last video, hopefully you all watched it, where they were planning where they were going to build the main house, right? And they were debating between a barn dominium and a shipping container home. And even I thought about a barn dominium or a shipping container home, but for my climate and with it being so deserty and things like that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the earth bag build for the fact of temperature control, earthquake proof. You're not gonna deal with the wind, hell, bulletproof. And my neighbor's house just looks beautiful, so that's the route I'm gonna go with, and it's something that's encouraged here in New Mexico, right? So hey, stay tuned. We're gonna try to get some more videos dropping. Eventually, I'm gonna give you a tour of my little tent office. There's just a few things I want to get set up first, then I'll give y'all a tour, and y'all can make fun of me. Once we get a few things done, we'll give a tour of the RV. But for now, stick with us, watch us grow with us. Comment in the comment section your thoughts and advice, and I'll see you next time.